Hello and welcome everyone for my new video where I discuss my new build with new additions from the latest one set, Phyrexia, all will be one. I want to start by saying apologies for it taking so long for me to be able to record this video. I'm not sure if you actually hear this on the sound of my voice, but I have been very sick pretty much entire February because I caught COVID. It hit me hard. I've actually only been feeling better since today. And actually, this is the first day that I felt like my voice was somewhat similar to what it was before I caught the infection. So I've been sick for quite some time, and I've recorded a video about this list already for my patrons specifically. I always do that first, of course, because well, they're my patrons. But I haven't been able to record for YouTube, and I'm finally able to do that now. So apologies for taking this long to record, but I'm only recovered just now. So this is my new list. I'm going to go over what I'm playing and why, because, well, it is spicy, I can tell you that. I've done quite a lot of changes into the build, and I'll go over that soon. But I do want to point out that this list has already been performing, because one of the most known players, I think, especially in the USA, and in Modern, is Jacob Sigel. I hope I pronounced that somewhat correctly, or Jacob Segal, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But he's a very known Modern player, and he's actually a patron of mine, and he played this list to top 8 in RCQ. So that's really good. Congratulations again, Jacob. And we banter a lot. We talk about the list, and he talked me through about what he loved about the things that I proposed, and I've actually made some changes according to our banter and our discussions about the list. So did you know that this is not some idea only in my head? It actually works, so that's always pretty nice. I also want to point out that if you look at this list, very different from what we are used to in Blue-Green Infect. I should note that this is a list that I made specifically for the current meta. I think this is going to be a list that requires you to have a very removal-heavy meta. And if the meta shifts towards more combo-oriented, I would build this entirely differently. But I'll go over that in just a couple of seconds. If you're interested in joining Patreon, by the way, for more earlier access or exclusive access, check out the description because I will put the link to the Patreon in there. Let's go to the build, shall we? First off, I'm not sure if you've noticed, that's the thing that most people have talked to me about. Why the hell is Glistener Elf in the sideboard? It's no longer in the main. I have been feeling for a very long while now that Elf is just the worst creature in the deck. It's just not good enough anymore. The only time when I really liked having Elf is when I also had Distortion Strike. That's the spell that gives your creature unblockable. And I mean, if you want to go there, if you want to rely on the fact that your creature needs to have unblockable to be good, that's just very, you are relying on a lot of spells to actually make the creature good. And after cutting it, I haven't really missed it. It feels fine to me to be put into the sideboard, but I'll go over that later. Let's go to the main board right now. So what I did first is simply swap Elf for Venerated Rot Priest. For people who don't know this card, whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a spell, target opponent gets a poison counter. So this blends in perfectly with the Infect strategy because we want to pump our creatures anyway, and if our opponents want to remove our creatures, for example, use Lightning Bolt on Bladder Agent, and in response, I use Blossoming Defense on Bladder Agent, well, this is the dynamic that happens pretty much every single game, but the exception now is that you get 2 poison counters for me keeping my creature, and that's very important. Easy inclusion there, I think, is the more powerful version of Glistener Elf right now, because Glistener Elf pretty much never does a lot of infect damage anymore, except against decks like Tron, for example. So Venerated Rot Priest is an easy swap for me with Glistener Elf. I've been really enjoying this. And then I started thinking about, okay, how can we abuse this Rot Priest build? And I've been figuring out that if you can make your list towards functioning really well with Rot Priest, but not only relying on it, it becomes very powerful. Currently, in Modern, to me, it feels like just every single deck is playing removal spells. Even combo decks are playing tons of removal. And I've been playing Shapeless Sanctuary in the sideboard already. You saw it in, I think, the first blue-green build that I posted on my YouTube. I posted that Shapeless Sanctuary was very good, and it has performed great in the sideboard. I just figured out, you know what? If it's that good, and I almost always bring it in, why not just put it into the main board? And I'm trying a build right now with 4 Shapers, 4 Spellskite, and Venerated Rot Priest. The thing is, all these things, they blend together so well, because our deck doesn't function if our opponents destroys our creatures. But if you want to destroy creatures when we have Shaper's Sanctuary, it's so punishing, because I've had games where I had like Shapers and Rot Priest and Agent, and they need to bolt the Agent, but what happens is they take a poison counter, and I draw a card, and then I get to save my creature. So they basically got a poison. I drew a card, so they get 2 poison because I used a protection spell. I've drawn a card, and I keep my creature. So just it's pretty amazing how good Shapers is. I should point out that Shapers is not good against combo decks specifically that don't play that much interaction spells, but then you just take it out. But think for yourself, how many decks do you know currently that do not play a lot of removal spells? Not a whole lot. So I've been liking Shapers. Maybe 4 is a bit too much, but honestly, I just wanted to see how many I wanted to play. I could see myself going to 2 or maybe 3, but 4 is, for me, fine. And Spellscard is one of those cards that's always been good in Infect because we want to keep our creatures alive, but especially the combination of Rot Priest and Sanctuary as well makes it even better, because what you can do with Spellscard is you can redirect any spell or ability to Spellscard, and sometimes people don't know this. So if they, for example, they want to bolt Agent, right, and when you have Shapers in play, what you can do is you can redirect it to Spellscard. What's going to happen is you get to draw 2 cards, because now the target has been on Agent and Spellscard, and probably Spellscard will survive. And don't even get me started when you have the combination of Shapers and Spellscard and Rot Priest. Like, what is your opponent going to do? I've actually won a game where I had Rot Priest and 2 Spellscards. I used a pump spell on Spellscard and I infinitely bounced it. Sure, I had to pay life, but I don't care because I was going to win the game at that point. And I can just keep on pinging them towards each other and win that way. I have not missed Elf at all. But I'll go over that later. 4 Spell Pierce, because I feel like I like Spell Pierce. It's very good in the current meta. It hits Red and 6, which is very difficult for us to deal with. It also hits stuff like Planeswalkers, but also combo spells. Usually against Infect combo decks, they want to go for it as soon as they can. If you can Spell Pierce the combo piece, you usually win the game because then you've bought enough time. And then I'm going to go to the pump spells. Only 3 scale-ups because having 2 of them in your opening hand is pretty awkward. Might of Crows, I think, is the best pump spell in the deck, so I always want to play 4. But I've really overloaded on protection spells, like 4 Vines of Vastwood, 4 Snakeskins, 2 Blossoming Defenses, combination of Spellskite. That makes it so we have 14 cards that can protect our creatures. And combination of Shapers makes it so we draw so many cards. I really like it. The lands, I've also made some changes to the land suite because I've been feeling like I used to play 8 fetch lands, but now I've gone down to 4 because actually this deck is quite mana intensive and you don't want to get rid of too many lands in your deck. So I'm only now playing Misty Rainforests, and that's it. You could also play, it doesn't really matter what fetch land you play, as long as you can fetch up a forest, you're fine. I just play Misty Rainforest because it's blue-green. I couldn't see myself maybe just one day playing a basic island in here if I find a room. And then I'm playing 4 Botanical Sanctums, really good in this deck. If you ever get into a situation where Botanical Sanctum enters tapped, that means it's your 4th land. It probably means that you've already lost the game, or we are going to very late game, it doesn't really matter. 2 Bosejus, I like having 2. I've seen decks apparently playing a 3rd one in sideboard. That's something maybe to explore for Infect as well, because, fuck Chalice. But I'm not sure if I want to do that right now. I'm fine with having 2 currently. I just want Waterlogged Grove, maybe to draw some cards. I like that. Let's go to the sideboard. 3 Endurances. Why? I didn't find the room for a 4th one. That's the easy thing. 2 Kinship Finks. Why? I had to cut something to be able to play Elf. So, in my last video, I love Endurance and Kitchen Finks against creature-based decks. So I still want to play these. 3 Force of Vigor, that's pretty standard. 2 Flusterstorm, pretty standard too against combo decks. So that's nothing new. And then we have Glistener Elf in the sideboard. So I've gotten the most questions about this. Why the hell would you play Glistener Elf in the sideboard? So I have found myself boarding out Glistener Elf more and more as the meta progresses. And the thing is, that Glistener Elf is just not good enough anymore. In the current meta, very often it just gets blocked easily or it gets removed and it doesn't do anything at all. I've been finding that in what matchups do I still like Glistener Elf? Well, Tron, of course, that's easy. I guess Amulet, it's also very good. In general, any deck that doesn't play a lot of removal spells and doesn't have that much interaction sounds like a sideboard card to me. I only want this elf in very specific matchups. That's a sideboard card. And I've been loving this. I like it in the sideboard, and I don't think I'm going to put it into the main ever again, because even if I'm going to play around with these Shapers and Spellskite numbers, I doubt I will ever put Elf back in the deck. I just don't. Maybe I put Distortion, Curiosity in there. For people who don't know that card, it's this one. Draw 2 cards. Maybe play Skrell, try a Bant list. But in Modern specifically, I like Simic. So that's where I'm at right now. Then 2 Dismembers. This used to be another scale-up. But I don't know. I feel like certain decks, we need to be able to deal with their creatures, and Dismember is, well, pretty much for our deck the only way to really get rid of creatures, because blue-green doesn't have a lot of removal spells. So this is something that I've been trying out, thanks to Jacob for also liking that idea. And that's currently it. A very spicy build. I've had a lot of success and a lot of fun with this build, especially when you have Shapers and Rot Priests. It's a pretty funny combination. So I'm really hoping that I'm going to have a league where I have a lot of situations where Shapers and Rot Priest is good. So let's just jump into some games and see where we end up. Alright, and if you have questions about the build, don't worry. You can type them in the discussion. I will always try to answer any questions that I get. Alright, let's jump in. Round 1, I'm on the play. That's nice. I would like to play first. Thank you very much. This is an interesting one. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna keep. I have double Shapers and I have Agents, so this is one of those hands where my opponent really, if they can get rid of Agent, my hand just doesn't do anything. The thing is, when I'm going to play Agents, that means I have double Shapers, so it's going to be difficult to deal with. And if I'm playing against a very fast combo deck, I'm just going to jam this Blood Agent anyway. And there it is, we're playing against Amulet. So, no, then I don't really need Shapers. So I'm just going to slam down this Agent now, turn 2. And if I draw one more Pump Spell up, it's probably game. So, yeah, good stuff. Another Shapers, that's awkward. Life doesn't really matter. Do I need blue again? I doubt it. I'm just going to get a forest here. Let's play the Agent. Next turn, I'm going to top deck Might of Old Crota and kill them. That would be nice. So this is one of those matchups that I discussed already, where you really don't want to have Shapers in this matchup. Yeah. So be it. This is a matchup where I like Elf, but the thing is, that Grazer dude, they just... I don't know, I'm not sure if they realize that you can only play one of them. It feels to me like when I'm playing this Amulet, they always have it. Looks like they have a slower hand, perfect for us. That Construct is not going to do anything. Probably going to play Skill Up and another Shapers. Wow. That's actually the first time this ever happens. 4 of a kind. Okay, let's slam in. Four Shapers to Sanctuary. Wow. This is going to be a funny league. I can already feel this. I'm just going to yield through the turn because whatever. Another Saga. Let's see what they get. Amulet is generally a very good matchup for us. They sometimes have the nut starts. Now, of course, they will get Amulet now, so that's unfortunate. We just have to see whether or not we're able to untap again. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Another Saga there, so they get next turn. Assuming that I'm not able to kill them with Scale Up, they can get another Amulet. Boom. This is a very nice addition. The Mycosynth Gardens, they can just copy the Amulets. Very good for them. Another Amulet. Wow, okay. Maybe they have 4, same as me. They get 4 Amulets, I get 4 Shapers. The thing is, of course, Amulet is better for them. So if they just now drop a land, they get a lot of mana. Shit, that would be very good. That would be 7 mana right there. Grazer. Boom. That's 6 mana right there. I wouldn't feel bad losing this game. I mean, I drew 2 Shapers. That's pretty... That just sucks to be me. Okay, let's see if we are dead. 2 cards in my opponent's hand. Looks like they do have Prime Time. Or maybe not. If they don't have Prime Time here, what could they have in their opening hand? Did they just misclick? I'm honestly not sure. I guess they just don't have prime time yet. I mean, you can see why this is a good matchup for us, right? We even drew the snakeskin. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, that was a weird game. Okay, so easy swap here. We're just going to get rid of these shapers. I'm just going to bring in the Force of Vigors. Spell Sky also not very good. I really don't need that. I just want to have these. And it's interesting. I'm going to bring in the Dismembers. Why? Because you saw that the only thing I really care here is that sometimes they have blockers for our stuff. And as I said before, they have the Arboreal Grazer. They just have it every single time. So this is all going to be very good. Force of Vigor, of course, a powerhouse. Do I want anything else here? I don't think so. Rock Priest isn't going to be great, but it's better than what I have. What I have here. I could play Faster Storm in case they have the Search spell, but I don't really think I want to do that. I think I'm happy with everything I have, because I do have to take something out, and Rock Priest does give them Infect. Well, not Infect, but Poison counters. So I think I'm just going to leave it as it is and submit. Okay, this hand, that's probably a mulligan, not particularly good. It doesn't have a threat. It does have a fast kill, but not turn 2, assuming I had a creature, of course. So I think there's going to be a mulligan. Not happy with what I see here, especially against Amulet. This is just bad. You have to mulligan aggressively here, and they mulligan too, so... This is... okay. I do have Besegu to get rid of an Amulet. I have Spell... If I was on to play, Spell Pierce would be better, because then I could counter an Amulet. So I'm not a... I'm not very happy. The thing is, do I want a random 6 over this hand? Especially with Besegu, I can get rid of Amulet or... There's a Saga. I think I'm going to keep here. It's not excellent by any means, but I think I just have to keep. I really hate going to 5. We'll see. Yep. So this is why being on the play would have been better. Force of Vigor would be awesome here. Okay. Rock Priest, not unhappy with that. I think I'm going to play it. Boom. Imagine if I had top deck Force of Vigor. Sure, boom, boom, man, whatever. Force of Vigor is just so great against them. It's insane. Almost disgusting. Rock Priest. Let's see what they do. Not sure what I'm afraid of. Maybe explosives, but if they play explosives, I mean, so be it. They would have to get rid of Amulet. Next turn, definitely just going to Besegu that Amulet immediately. They can get another one with Saga, sure, but nothing I can do about that. Okay. If they played a creature, maybe I'm gonna Besegu that one. What's the name? Souza. I could wait until they get Amulet. Do they have anything else to search up? I don't think so. I don't think there's anything they would want to search up either. I could also, in their upkeep, Besegu Saga. Before they get to search up another Amulet. Yeah, sure, make a construct. I don't really care about that. Okay. So I think here what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack first, then they will block, and then after they blocked, I'm going to Besegu destroy the Amulet, because that means this gets +1/+1 for each artifact. And if they then block and I destroy this one, that means that Venerate Rock Priest kills Construct because it becomes a 1/2. I like that. Is there anything else that I could consider doing? I don't think so. Let me just slam in. Assuming they block, of course, because maybe they don't. Yep. Let's yield. So what is nice now is that in their draw step, they will have Saga that gets destroyed. It doesn't get destroyed, you have to sacrifice it. They do get another Amulet, but at least I've bought some time. Now, I don't have a land to animate Nexus, which is unfortunate. But I do think this is going to buy me a bit of time, and if only I had Force of Vigor, man. Imagine I had Force of Vigor. That would have been excellent. What would you have for me, my friend? Show me the money, the gardens. Really good addition for Amulet Titan. Boom, another one. Stirrings, please. Force of Vigor, Force of Vigor, Force of Vigor. They put... There's a Saga into their hand. Okay, I'm fine with that. So, I didn't find the land, but again, I've bought myself some time, so I'm just going to slam in. This one offers a okay draw. Not perfect, but I guess it's fine. I'm kind of hoping they play the Saga now. Because I know the Vigor isn't that great with the Saga. They do play the Saga. I guess that means I don't have one of those tap lands. Okay. So, what do I want to do here? Do I want to play Agents? I guess so, because I could also play Might on Elf. That means they get a counter 2, 5, and then 6. I think it's better for now to just attack for 2. Because, you know, Blinded Agent just ensures that I deal the damage. Really want to draw a land, then we just win. I feel like if we draw a land... Looks like that Besejuon, the first Amulet, was pretty good. Okay, so ability of Saga. Going to 2, sure. This is still a land, right? Does it talk? Copy. Okay. Summoner's Pact. Okay. So that means they definitely have a land to pay for mana next turn. Otherwise they just lose. Can't imagine that happening. Okay, so they play Prime Time, put a bunch of lands into play. Let's see if we survive. Boom. Infinite mana. All the manas in the world. If I had drawn a land, I would have been able to spell Pierce Summoner's Pact. That would have been great too. Not very good draws here, but we can maybe still get there. Brrr. Infinite mana. I'm still at 20 life, which is nice. They're definitely going to give that one... You go. Slay a Stronghold. Definitely going to give it Vigilance and Haste. Only part that I'm really bummed out about is, I guess, the Vigilance part. The Haste doesn't really matter. Slam in. Boom. Now, they can probably give it double strike. Let's start thinking. Let's start thinking here. Okay, they took the garrison. Here we have the double strike land. Yep, go ahead. Sure. Untap. Untap. Double strike. Okay. Boom. Turn. So now I have to block with Blooded Agent, which is unfortunate. But I mean, if it's block or die, choice is pretty easy. So I just need to draw Forest and then I can still win. Or basically any land that enters untapped. Shit. Damn. But if I'd drawn Forests, animate Nexus, use Might, They go to 4. Then a slam in with Nexus, Elf, and Rot Priest. That's exactly 10. So now what I'm going to have to do is... hope they make a mistake, honestly. But I'm not sure how they can... I'm not sure how I can win. Okay. Let's just click OK. So I'm going to slam in with Glistener Elf. There we go. If I attack with the Rot Priest too, they just block the Rot Priests. There we go. Now if they... I need to hope that they don't have anything else. And they need to... They're gonna give Titan double strike. I've got with Rot Priest and then... Oh my... They can't pay for the Summoner's Pact. Oh my god, this is hilarious. Alright, we did it. Oh yeah, that totally... I totally missed that. This is hilarious. Yeah, wow, okay. I was just so sure that I was dead, and this is never surrender. The best tip that I can give you: never surrender. I just assumed that they thought they would have won, but yeah, Summoner's Pact. They need to pay double green, and they just didn't have it. Wow. Okay. Is there any way how they could have gotten the double green? No, I don't think so. I guess they were just sure that they were going to deal 20, which is true. Now, how did I miss that? Because I did already say that, yeah, they're going to need to play double green for Summoner's Pact. I guess I just wasn't paying attention to the lands. You only need 1 life to win. All right, cool. Let's go to the next one. Okay, round 2. I just noticed that in my last round, the name of my opponent was Toxic. That's pretty funny. Yeah, this is one of those hands that I want to see. So Obwash the Prey Piercer. So with Obwash, definitely means some kind of a red-based removal deck. And then, well, I mean, then Shaper is really, really good. So I'm just going to keep one with a draw. That's unfortunate, but I guess I can't complain. Hallowed Fountain, okay. I guess I was wrong. I guess I'm going to start Breeding Pool. That's very, very good addition as well. Definitely going to start with the Shapers here. I mean, too good not to play, so let's just slam that one down. If they use Prismatic Ending on it, sucks, but it has done its job already. So now I'm thinking, do I want to play Noble or Spellskite? Probably Spellskite. Although if I play Noble, I can protect it with Snakeskin. I really love, there we go. I really love the combination of having a way to protect Noble. So now that they have used Prismatic Ending on Shapers, that means that's one removal spell gone. And that's why, you know, even if they get rid of it, so be it, man. It's done its job. That's why I like it. And this Spellskite is going to be excellent. I would really want to try and save this Noble if I can. I don't really care about Shapers. I can race that, I believe, at this stage. So I'm going to just skip ahead. 1 pump spell and we are good to go. Another Spellskite. Might as well just slam them down, because now if I just top deck Venator Rot Priest, I win immediately. Okay, so double Spellskite. Go ahead. Try and get rid of my Bladder Agents. I could have played Spellskite and Bladder Agents, but I feel like if I'm going to lose this game, it's probably going to be because they are able to get rid of... If they remove Spellskite and then remove Agent, I'd feel horrible with dying with that Spellskite in my hand. I'd feel so bad. I can also just attack with Inkmoth. Not even going to block. Maybe it's actually better for me to just attack with Nexus. Just a slam in, Snakeskin, that's 3 damage. Next turn, Vine's dead, GG. I don't need Bladder Agent. It is interesting. Fury. I'm not sure what this does for them. I'm just gonna let this go. Ooh, Blood Moon, that's a good one. Wow, okay. Blood Moon in the main. Shit, that's so powerful. I need to draw a forest now, or pretty much don't do anything anymore the entire game. Let's just pass. They have the treasure token, which is unfortunate. I'm not going to play this game for very long. Imagine if I still had the Shapers where they played Fury, draw 3 cards. Okay, that would have been cool. Blood Moon, dude. They just got rid of all of their lands, but they have a treasure token, so it doesn't really matter. They use the treasures. Solitude. Okay. If they get rid of a Spellskite, I don't care. They bolt Spellskite. Wow, okay. So I'm very happy to have played around Spellskite. They just had... This is what I mean. They just had a removal dot deck. And we would have won through all of this if they just didn't have the Blood Moon, I feel like. Shapers. Where was the forest? Way too far down there. So I feel like this matchup is fine. I just want to get rid of Blood Moon when I can, and then we're good. Because again, I have so much protection against removal dot deck that I'm pretty happy. Do I even want to change anything else? I don't feel like I wanted that many changes. So 3 Force of Vigors for 3 scale-ups. This is not about killing them quickly. This is about surviving and definitely fetching up forest whenever I can. Don't think Flusterstorm is worth it. Could play Kitchen Finks, but I think my deck is well set up to deal with this. Prismatic Ending is unfortunate. They had really lined up perfectly against what we were trying to do. And of course, Blood Moon. Definitely going to try and fetch up a forest as quickly as I can. I would like to play first. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm going to keep. So I'm going to start with Fetch for a forest to get Rock Priest. Turn afterwards, I'm going to play the Breeding Pool, have Spell Pierce up. Rock Priest is so good because they will just remove it and they will get a poison counter. So definitely fetching up forests. Yep. There we go. Rock Priest, my man. And if they don't get rid of it immediately, I have another Rock Priest, so nice. Rock Priest is so good. Alright, Mountain. Bolt Rock Priest. Take a poison. Then I will play another Rock Priest. Have Spell Pierce up. Called it. Called it. That's fine. Really want to have Shapers now. That would be awesome. Yes, please. Rod Priest. Boom. And you'll go. If they play Fable, I'm just going to Spell Pierce that. I don't think I want to Force a Vigor until I really have to. And if I draw an Infect threat now, we are good to go. Ragavan. Okay. Fine. So with me actually not having an Infect threat at this time, and they only have red mana, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to play like this. It gives them a poison counter. This is a fine exchange by me. And if they Solitude in response, sure, man. Yeah, they're not going to do that. They Fury, wow. I'm not unhappy. I mean... So, I've basically gotten rid of Rogon and Fury, and my opponent's down to 2 cards. That's a good one. Wish I had it sooner, but that's a good one. Any threat right now is just going to draw me the cards that I need to win. And they only have red mana, so we'll see what they have left. There we have Mesa. Plains. I feel like this Spell Pierce is going to be nice. Oh, they just take Obosh. That's fine. Boom, Rock Priests. Beseju. Do I want Beseju? I'm gonna stick it in my hand currently. Not gonna play it yet. Rogrin. Okay. Okay, not drawing very hot. Let's play. Come on, I need a threat, and then we're good to go, I think. What do you have for me, my friend? So this is fine. They just used... This was not doing anything. I could Spell Pierce. They have Overwatch and that's it. Yeah, I'm just gonna Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce is gonna get worse as the game progresses, so I'm fine with this being able to Spell Pierce of that. Blood Moon. Yeah, I have double green, so I'm okay with this. Now I'm gonna probably draw Blighted Agents. A Venerated Rod Priests. My man. Too bad that they have Magus and not Blood Moon itself. Now, they only currently have red and white mana. I think I'm just gonna... I have to do this, right? If they responds, get rid of Rot Priest, I draw a card, so I'm okay with this trade. Unlocks Breeding Pool. I have another one. I'm really okay with this. We've just exchanged creatures, and I got to draw a card, and I get to draw a card here now too. This is feeling fine. Okay, so if we go to game 3, I'm actually just going to put in the other creatures. Shapers again. Nice. So I just want to draw threats. Even at this point, Spellskite would be good enough, you know. The only thing I don't want to see is Blighted Agents. They've gotten rid of their Overwatch too, so... Blood Moon. I can besiege with that at a given point. There we go. So I can infinitely start blocking Magus now. And I have Snakeskin to protect it. This is so cool. I mean, how am I gonna... Okay. So I can now kill Magus with the Moon if they start attacking with it. I think I have one more Rot Priest. Yeah, one more Rot Priest. Please destroy Spellskite. Okay. They don't fall for the trap. I'm just gonna start playing my lands. Keep Session in hand to get rid of Blood Moon at a given point. They have to start attacking at some point, right? And these double shapers. Spell Pierce, okay. This could go on for a very long time, but if I draw Rot Priest now, I feel like I just win on the spot. Another Seju, that's not great, is it? Play a land, sure. Aha! That is a good one. That's a good one. Because I can start attacking with that. And we will start making trades, so... Oh, I love this game, dude. My build is so funny. Because I'm going to attack, they're going to block, I'm going to Snakeskin, and then what are they going to do? Target Noble? Sure, I get to draw 4 cards. It survives because I have Blossoming Defense. Ah, life can be good sometimes. Blighted Agents. Perfect. Double protection spell should be good enough. Now, I really don't want them to get that treasure token. You could see their pause right there. Their hands filled with removal. They're just thinking, and what do I want to aim this? Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Boom. So they are going to target spells, guys. So I got to draw. Boom. 1. Yes, please. Boom. 2. Yes, please. And nah. I don't think we're going to get rid of that spell kite. That's not going to happen. Boom. Solitude. Go ahead. Play that one. Oh, you want to target spell kite, do you, my friend? Nah. But first I'm going to draw myself a bunch of cards. So 1, 2. You want to get rid of that? Nah, I don't really like that. I just don't. Nah, yeah. No, that's not what we're going to do. I'm so happy. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Against a removal dot deck, it just doesn't work. I have 8 cards. What am I going to discard? I mean, Boros Evoke? I don't need that. Cool. Attack with the Oragathon. Do. Please do. Now we untap here. Oh, we draw Rock Priest too. Cool. 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 How am I going to lose? I have blue mana now as well, so... Okay. Okay. So if I have Vines, that lethal. How am I going to lose here? If they have double removal spell? I mean, what are the odds of that happening? Let's just kill them. They Solitude. Go ahead. Go ahead, my friend. Oh, you want to give me more cards, do you? Well, thank you very much. Yes, please. Oh, that's 1. Yeah, don't mind if I do. And now I'm gonna and I'm gonna boom. I'm gonna draw more cards. Well, don't mind if I do. Yes, please. Another card here. Another card there. And that one's gone. Boom. Alright, cool. Cool. Boom. Yep. Can't complain. I'm very happy to be able to show you why I like this build. So this is usually one of those matchups that we just can't win, right? We lose every single time. We then have a Magus. I'm unsure if I still want Force of Vigor. It really hasn't done all that much. So maybe I should play Dismembers instead. The thing is, they play both. Force is just going to be so important. Should I just overload on threats and play Elf and or Endurance as well? I feel like Pump spells really aren't that important in this matchup. You see how I just played a single Pump spell in this game. I just need to have protection spells, so Might's probably the worst one. I could maybe go down on a couple of those. I really like Kitchen Finks because it comes back. I don't think I want Endurance. I don't think I want Elf either. I see myself playing Dismembers, but I have to cut stuff, and I've already cut Scale Ups. Maybe I should just cut 1 Force of Vigor and 2 Mights for 1 Dismember extra. So I have 1 out against maybe Spell Pierce. That wasn't that great anymore, especially on the draw. And then I can play Might. And maybe another Dismember. I don't hate that. I think I'm going to try this. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see if I get another... The game was nuts, dude. See if I get another one like that. Yeah, this hand's not bad. I'm going to keep this. Any hand that allows you to play forests is good. So turn 1 forest into noble. If they destroy it, it's fine because I have spells cut anyway. Dismember, okay, happy with that. So fetch forest noble. Next turn, I'm gonna play spell skite regardless of what my opponent has done. I really want Shapers, dude. I have Shapers, it's so nice. Oh, okay. Just nothing. That's really good. Spellskite. Response, maybe. Nothing, okay. Well, I played a Fury, so I'm just not going to play Noble here. They are thinking. I can start attacking with Spellskite next turn too if I want to. 1, 2, 3. Fable. Do I want to destroy that goblin? I think I'd rather wait until I can kill the Kiki Cheeky though. Beseju, that's a good one. I'm gonna get rid of the Fable now. So I could dismember now, but I think what I want to do is I probably just want to Might Spellskite and destroy the goblin. If they in response get rid of Spellskite, so be it. They were going to do that eventually anyway. Okay, looks like they are happy with the trade, so am I. Teferi, that's really okay. You don't really care about Teferi. Whatever they do. Bounce, Skite, sure. I'm just going to attack with the Noble. They may destroy Noble, that's, again, perfectly fine. All good. Okay, excellent. Shapers. And Noble. Let's start drawing the cards, baby. Now they can get rid of Shapers because they have Prismatic Ending. That would be unfortunate, but nothing I can do about that. Spellskite works around Teferi, that's always nice. Temporary lockdown. That's a good one. So let's draw another Beseju. Spellskite's fine. Let's just do that. Okay. I did bring in Force of Vigors, right? Yep. Fury. Because I'm definitely going to dismember Fury. I want to draw a land here at this point. Force of Vigor, okay. So I think I'm going to dismember. Is it that bad to take 6? Maybe not. So I can't get rid of this one yet, unfortunately, because it's instant speed, which means I can't do it in their turn. With the Ferry, so I need 4 mana, so I need to stall this game. So I think the best thing for me to do is to... I need to play Spellskite. If they bounce it, that means I've gotten rid of Teferi, which is worth it. Fury will deal 6, but I mean, I think I have to put some stuff on the board. Feels like if I had more mana, the game would be fine. If I get rid of this temporary lockdown, I feel like I'm okay. I just need mana to work. Definitely going to dismember the Fury. If I survive, though, means I do take 4 life. Okay, not ideal. Have to do this. Not happy about it, but I mean, man's gonna do what a man's gonna do. Best thing would be to draw Beseju, because then in his turn, on their turn, I can just Beseju. Lock Solitude. Boom, dead. Nothing to be said here. Didn't. I wish I would have been able to see what cards I would have gotten. Didn't draw the lands I needed. Let's go to the next one. Okay, round 3, win the die roll. Always nice. Let's play. Yep. Shaper Sanctuary, dude, it's so good. So I'm actually gonna start now with Shapers. And then next turn, play Nexus and Rock Priests. Amulets. Well, okay, then this hand is bad. Then again, you know, I still have a fast clock, so I may be able to race them. Because what I'm going to do next turn is I'm just going to animate Nexus, scale up. Well, not anymore. I hate this card, dude. As I said, they just always have it. Okay. Bog, Gardens. Sure. That's okay. Nice Skin Veil. So here's the thing. What I really want is for them to block the Rock Priest, and then I finds it. So I'm kind of inclined to only attack with the Rock Priest. But then they just let it pass, right? Because it's Toxic 1. If I do it like that, I'm hoping that they mess up. Best thing for me to do is actually just attack with Inkmoth. Scale up so they have to block, but then I lose scale up, and I think that just loses game. If I attack with the Rock Priest and they let it pass, that's even worse. So I think... I think probably the best thing to do is to animate Nexus, attack with both. They block the Nexus, and then I snakeskin that one. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Maybe I should type that nope. I'm recording. Wink. Always be nice. So maybe I should animate an attack and then have snakeskin. That's the best thing. I can also just attack with the Venerated Rock Priest and hope that they block. Is there a reason for them to not block? Well, yes. Because it's only one. Yeah. I'm just going to... I'm not going to rely on my opponent to mess up. They just attack. They always have the Grazer. I'm in, they block Nexus. I snakeskin that one. Boom, yield. At least they get a poison counter. They take damage from Rock Priest. It's something. Just gonna yield. Boom, mana. That's a nice art. Another one. Jesus. Jesus. Now, I just need to draw a land. Then I think we're good. But because that would mean animate the Nexus, use vines on it, and I have that one as well. Yeah, this game is over. I think that's another one. Well, maybe they don't have a way to get prime time. Okay, let's just pew. Snakeskin isn't bad, honestly, because that means I can kill Razor. Probably shouldn't have attacked with Rock Priests. Although then again, what I can do now is I can actually snakeskin the Rock Priests. Ooh. Because Rock Priest really doesn't do all that much for me in this matchup. I really don't care. Especially with me having I'm just gonna say whatever. Snakeskin that. They get a poison counter because now they are already at 3, which means if I ever get through with the Inkmoth, they lose anyway. And I can kill the next Grazer immediately. Okay, yeah, looks like that. Yeah, okay. 2-turn clock, let's do it. Boom. You are worthless. You mean absolutely nothing to me. So I'm just gonna slam in. And they don't block, they're dead. If they didn't block, they're dead next turn. Shit. They did find it. Okay. Cool. Boom. Are we dead? Okay, I think I'm gonna be able to survive here. Oh no, never mind. It's all mountains, right? Okay, let's see what they get. Maybe, just maybe. Stronghold. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let them untap that one. I'm gonna let them untap that one. Sure, untap. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to vines to this one, because that means it doesn't get vigilance or haste. Sneaky, 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 sneaky. And that means I'm gonna kill you. Nice. Vines of Vastwood, dude. It's such a good card. You can do so many weird cards with so many weird things with vines. It's just so good. Okay, okay. Hold your horses. It's not over yet. So I may have to vines again. So mountain, boom. Ouch. Ouch. Two falls. I'm gonna take 6 damage. So am I gonna die here? That means I can 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I'm not gonna take any chances. I don't need vines. They have 0 cards in hand, so it's not like they can kill anything of me. So I'm just going to vines that one as well. Not taking any chances. Use the cards to your best advantage. Gonna take the fewest amount of damage as I can. Still dead now, I think, right? Shit. Damn. Because now they can actually just kill me like this. That's unfortunate. One turn. They drew the Summoners Pact when they needed it. Alright. Force of Vigor. I want Elf. And here I was thinking I was smart with that vines. Okay. I don't want Skite. I don't want Shapers. And I want this. Easy sideboarding. I've been seeing a huge amount of uptick in Titan, and well, if that is going to be a deck that's been going to be played a lot, it may be time to play Elf again. But you saw in the last game how good I think this build is. YouTube or Twitch? YouTube. Boom. Apologies. Yeah. Keep. Not excellent. Let me start by doing that, but I think it's. I think it has what I need. It has Elf, which is excellent against them. I have Rot Priest and Beseju. So I can get rid of the Amulet. So I think this is the keep. One pump spell away from being very good. Saga. Okay. Saga, I don't think is something that I want to get rid of. I feel like in this scenario, do I want to Snakeskin straight away? I think I just want to be as fast as possible. That means I think I'm just going to Rot Priests, Snakeskin here. Boom, give them a counter. I'm in for 2 Infect extra. And boom. That's hexproof, so there's nothing you can do about this. Let's just yield. And now next turn I can Inkmoth and Defense and Beseju. Okay. Okay. This is why Rot Priest is never bad. Why not? Yeah, that was... This is why the matchups are usually pretty good. Even if I had removal, I had protection. If they were somehow able to make... I don't know. Let's just go to the next one. And you can see how different the matchup is if they don't have the... what's the name? Arboreal Grazer. If I had Force of Vigor in that matchup as well. Okay, Snapkeep! Force of Vigor, Snapkeep! Here's what they're going to do. They are going to start with Saga into Amulet. Fingers crossed. They melt a 4. Yikes. That's rough. I'm unsure if is Titan a deck that mulligans a lot. I'm just I don't know. There we have the Grazer. Now, if they have an explosive start, they may just be fine. Now, currently with my hand, I'm not going to dismember the Grazer yet. I'm going to do that next turn. So I can start slamming in with the Rock Priest. Snakeskin. Let's just get rid of it. I should probably get... Doesn't matter. My draws are going to be very poor. We may still lose here. Usually when you okay, that's good. So I don't have a way to protect my Blooded Agents if they have removal. And the way their hand is set up, it's very possible that they have kept... The only reason they kept their hand is because they had removal. But I don't think I can play around that, you know. This is a race, and if I'm just going to do nothing for a long while, I'm not going to win. And if I untap here, we are good because I have Snakeskin, so I should just take this whenever I can. Okay, now they don't have removal, so that's good. If I find here, they are not dead, so I'm not going to. I will do that next turn. Hopefully, after drawing a land. Amulet of Vigor. I think it's correct for me here to actually spell pierce this. Because they have so much mana already that it doesn't really do anything anymore. And this makes it so I can safely do this now with them having not a lot of mana. Perfect. And this is much safer because it allowed me to play around them potentially having... Boom. Okay. So I feel like this is a pretty standard game against Amulets. It's very favored for us. But it is definitely a matchup where we want to bring in Elf, as you saw in the second game, right? So, yeah. Fun games. It's unfortunate that my opponent had to mult to 4. Because, yeah, sure, man. You take wins like this, but it's not like you feel... I don't feel like I was able to see how good my deck would have performed. I'm not going to lie, I really wished that I was able to see how the game would have gone if my opponent went to like 6 or just kept 7, because I feel like these double fours of figures would have been excellent, and maybe we would have had the same outcome, because usually I have a very explosive start, and I had all of these cards that didn't do anything, right? But alright, let's go to the next one. Okay, I'm on the play again. Always nice when you're playing Infect. I would like to play first. Thank you very much. This is a keep. I do not have an Infect creature, but I do have Very Drop Priest and double Spellskite. So that means if I draw a single pump spell, I'm going to be able to do the infinite on stream. That would be nice. On video. That would be really cool. Question is, do I want to start with Block Priest or Spellskite? I think I want to start with Noble here, actually, because I really need... I need these to win the game, but I don't need Noble. It can die. So if they use a removal spell, please do it on Noble, but not on Skite or Rob. Sorry. I'm sure you've noticed by now that I'm a bit sick. I'm still not entirely healed, but at least it's fine. So, oh, Mill, nice. Please just give me... There we go, nice. I'm going to play this one because I don't want to run straight into the Mill spell whenever you've gone through your deck. When you searched. I remember that when I did this during the game, it was quite a hassle to keep the priority. So let's hope I don't screw this up on camera. But life total is going to be irrelevant, so next turn I'm going to win. I just need to count to 10. Boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Sure, man, mill ahead. Mill is another excellent matchup. I play Endurance in the sideboard, so of course it is. Sanctum. Right. Okay. So let's do this. I'm going to target, let's say Noble. Keeping priority. I'm going to redirect this to Skite. I'm going to redirect this to... Oh. Wait a second, so... Okay. Okay, boom. I'm going to redirect this to Skite. Okay. I'm going to redirect this to Skite. Boom. Okay. I'm going to redirect this to Skite. Boom. Okay. My opponent should realize that they are very dead. I'm going to redirect this to Skite. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Redirect. Boom. Skite. 7. I hope you guys are having fun because I sure as hell am. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Redirect. Guide. Maybe I should pay once because you never know. You never know. You never know what kind of sweet stuff that they might have. Boom. And there's nothing they can do about this. This is just, yeah, it's gonna happen. Because if they want to remove Skite, I'm just gonna respond to this again. I freaking love this. It's so cool that I was able to do this while recording. Nice. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. Boom. I love everything about this. Nice. Also, thank you very much. If my opponent ever sees this video, I want to personally thank you for letting me do this, because it's a lot of clicking, and I mean, you always have to do it. I mean, your opponent can screw up, so this was fun. Okay, so Shapers is not that bad as you might think it is in this matchup. They do have some removal spells. Now the thing is that I still take them out because I think that if they are going to go for a removal plan, we're still going to win, because I have Elf, Flusterstorm, and Endurances, especially Endurance. I feel like in this matchup, don't get me wrong, Shapers is fine, Spellskite is fine, but it's not what you want to be doing. I feel like you want to stall the game, you want to be faster than them, and don't play that much removal. You still have Rob Priest, so I think this is what I generally want to do. We won't have any funny stuff, like going infinite like last game. I've never been able to go infinite so quickly though, so that's pretty cool. I have Endurance, so it's a snap. Keep. Usually one Endurance is good enough, so keep. We only have Tasha's Hideous Laughter. That's a scary one, but we are bringing Endurances as well, so it's not that big of a deal. They usually don't bring in Thoughtseize. They usually don't have Thoughtseize, so that should be okay. My turn. Sanctum. I'm not sure if you followed this, but Sanctum has been excellent, right? You can see that I'm these life totals have been relevant. Like, even in the first game, not having to fetch up breeding pool made it so that I could just go for it immediately, not having lost life is quite important. Okay, mill. Even if this list will end up not being the best thing to do, it is insanely fun. I can tell you that. Maybe you've noticed by how much fun I had in round 2 where I lost. Remember game 2 when I finished the game with my opponents having 0 cards and I had 8? I mean, it's funny. And I feel like losing there was mainly because of me not drawing lands in the third game of that round. And I did win twice against Amulet, so despite the fact that I have a slower build, it's not like it's still Infect. We can still have the skill up, etc. I just don't play Elf anymore. But we saw how bad Elf was, even against that was a tough one. Even against Amulet, no, because they have the blockers. A lot of stuff gone. That's always the only one that I'm afraid of. Tash's Hideous Laughter, because that means they get exiled, and that's a big thing. Luckily for us, with us killing them so fast, they have to go for it immediately. Endurance is going to be the most important card in my hand here. Hideaway, that's a scary one also. We're going to have to try and find the spot where I'm able to flash in Endurance or just cast it. When my opponent is out-tapped. It might be time to go for it right now. Well, after they out-tap, of course. I'm going to try and save Agents, because they only have 2 cards left. If it dies, it's fine, because I still have Nexus. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd rather have it to survive, because that means it's 2-2, and it does, so that means they don't have counter magic or removal spells. Good for me to know. I might just kill them, depending on what I draw. Vines. I would really love to hardcast this Endurance, because that means I get to keep my pump spells. Thing is, I don't think I can afford to do that. I think I'm just going to have to... Yeah, I think I'm just going to attack with these 2. Putting them to 3. I could also Blossoming, putting them to 5. Okay, they extirpate Endurance. Shit. Fuck. Shit. That's really good. Because it's split second, so I can't do anything about it. Is that big of a deal, though? That means I have 1 card. I'm at 15. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it, so I'm just going to click OK. But that was painful. I'm not going to lie, that's painful. Now I'm just going to try and kill them. Obviously. And now it's just all in, because I can die very quickly here. I'm also going to use Vines on Inkmoth Nexus. Now they have a blue, just 1 island, so it's probably irrelevant, but... So they need to kill me now, or I'm going to kill them. 7 poison counties. They didn't do anything, that's interesting. Whoops, sorry about that. What do they do? Fractured Sanity. So I think I'm dead, right? Boom! Unfortunate. Let's go to the next one. Do I want to change anything? Nope. That extirpate. That's a good one. Split second, dude. So good. Okay, so with this hand, I'm not going to start with Elf. Because if they kill Elf... Fuck my life. Whoops. This is scary when you're playing. Sometimes when I talk about cards, I click on them because they're in my head. I said, I'm not going to play Elf, and I clicked on Elf, almost cast it. Thing is, I want them to kill Noble, but I can't have them killing Elf. Anything else is fine. Island. Crab. Sure. That's the Storm, very good against them. So I'm going to play this Endurance a bit sooner. I need to keep one green in hand so I can flash Endurance by pitching it. Inkmoth is a nice draw. I guess that means that now that I've drawn Inkmoth next, I'm actually going to keep Elf to pitch it to Endurance. And I think this Flusterstorm, the only thing that it's going to do is it's going to counter Tasha's Hideous Laughter. I don't care about anything else, really. I think I'm going to Endurance as soon as I've seen Endurance in my graveyard. I only play 3, so... Well, I mean, I'm not going to do it if they find it now, so be it. Although if they have removal spell for Inkmoth, then I guess I'm going to have to Flusterstorm. Oh, wow, that's totally fine. Rot Priest, I don't care. They're so afraid of Rot Priest because they've seen what it could do. And now, I can't imagine having two Extirpates. I mean, usually it was always 2 Surgicals in the sideboard, so I guess it's now the same. If they have 2 Extirpates in the opening hand, would be nuts. And there's also no Endurance in here, so I'm really okay with them getting rid of Rot Priest. And now they see my deck and they're probably thinking like, well, why did I... Rot Priest was probably the worst card in here. Bam spell. Boom. Nope. I think I want to... Does Extirpate shuffle? Then that player shuffles. Okay, so that means I'm going to shuffle right now. Because if they had the card that makes me shuffle, they would have already used it. I'm just going to get a forest, whatever. Slam in. I could play Elf now. Then I can hard cast Endurance fairly easily. Nah. I really want... I don't think I'm going to... Never mind. Talked myself out of it. And now every single punch spell is lethal, so my opponent's going to have to be very careful indeed. And I have Endurance, so... I don't think that Extirpate on the Rot Priest was the correct thing to do, honestly. Because I can just... I no longer care about them milling me. Yeah, that's what I'm just going to let this one go. Let's see. I put a stop here because I wanted to see my graveyard. Okay, there's no Endurance in here, so we can continue. Go ahead, my friend. I don't care. Borrow. Okay, no Endurance. Fine. All my scale-ups are gone. That's unfortunate. But none of the mites are gone. That's good. I'm going to draw with Grove. Sanctum. I'm definitely going to draw. Yeeps. Yikes, that's not good. Bad draws here. Fatal Push. I think this is fine. So, here's what I'm thinking. I could hard cast Endurance right now, but then they can counter this. I could also play Elf, but then I can't cast Endurance anymore. So I think this is one of those spots where I could get baited. Although I do have Flusterstorm. I think the safest for me to do and put pressure on is letting this one go. Second main cost Elf. And I have Flusterstorm. Is there a way how this could come back to haunt me? I have 3 cards. So if they have the Tashas, I can Flusterstorm that easily. That's fine. They could cycle Fractured Sanity. Nothing I can do about that, but that's only mill 4. So then I'm at 19. That's okay. If they play a crab and play land, I'm okay with that. Because I can, in my upkeep, I can Endurance. Even if before I get to draw a card. They could also have Surgical and Extirpate, of course. But I still have Endurance, so that's okay. Now, Is there a way how they can double counter? Because I usually play Drown in the Lock as counter spells. That's pretty much it. They could also have Mystical Dispute, but Flusterstorm doesn't care about that all that much. I think I should be fine. I think I should be fine, if I remember this correctly. Okay. Also, they only have 3 cards, so I'm just going to let this one go. Go to the second main, play Elf. And pass. They just untap, that's a good sign. Field of Ruin. If they use Field of Ruin to destroy one of my lands, that's really okay. Looks like they're going to do that. Okay, I'm much fine with that. Do I have a forest in here? I think I have 1 forest left. Yep. Still no endurance. That's good for us. Okay, that seems to be it. Pass. Good sign for us. They extirpate Waterlog Grove, which is... I only play 1, so... it is very clear that they were keeping the extirpate until I had an endurance in there, and I was waiting until endurance was in there to cast it. So... now that we've gotten rid of both the extirpates, I feel very, very safe indeed. So I'm just going to slam in first. They don't block. I'm thinking about whether or not to endurance now. I feel like this just might be the time to go for it, honestly. What do they have left that could really kill me very quickly? They have 2 cards. Then again, because if I haven't seen Drown and Lock yet, I feel like there might be a point where if I endurance, they drown, I Flusterstorm, and they drown again. Boom, game over. So I think now's the time. I'm gonna endurance first. Now the question is, do I want to go Blood Agent or Flusterstorm? And I think I'm going to pass, because now the only thing I'm afraid of is really Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Crab, that's okay, that mills me too slowly. Field of Ruin is okay. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think endurancing there where we did, it was definitely correct. Because even now, if these surgical endurance, that means they have 0 cards in hand. And then what? What are they going to do? I don't care. And here, sure, I no longer have this land. I don't need it. I don't have enough force, but it's fine. They have 1 card in hand. Whatever they do, I can just counter it. So this is okay. It's really okay. And now they definitely have to block the Glistener Elf. Haven't drawn any pump spell this game. That's really unfortunate. And if they don't block, I just win next turn, so yeah. And they also know about the agent now, so... There we go, 1 card in hand for my opponent. Definitely will play the agent now. Slam it down. Let's see what happens. 1 endurance in the graveyard. Tasha's would be nasty. Because now I can't get rid of it. 7 cards. Alright, so I need a pump spell. Fatal Push. I will counter that. Especially since my opponent has 0 cards in hand now. So if I draw a pump spell, I just win. And it can be literally anything. Come on. Haven't drawn a single pump spell this game. It's my time. Or if I just draw endurance, I'm happy as well. Let's see what we get. And Okay. I feel like I've drawn 8 Botanical Sanctums this game. I do have more. So let's just slam it with Agent, pass. And let's see if we die. If we lose this game, it's... I think we played it correctly, and I would have played this exact same game 100% the same way. But that's Magic, you know. Sometimes you can play perfectly and still lose. It's important to realize that. Okay, mill. Wasn't that just game? Right. They can return this but not play it. And they can't cast it yet, so... Am I missing something here? This is just game, right? I mean, if I've been drawing lands all the time, they get to draw land too. Cool! Fun, let's go to the last one. Last game, also want to play. Lovely. Yes, thank you very much. I would like to play first. I just laughed again about my last game. Hand's pretty nuts. If there was a land in here, snap, keep. Yeah, that's a keep. And it's still pretty good. So I'm playing as an Obot deck again. Usually that means some kind of a red-based removal deck, so I'm still just going to play Shapers first. Then next turn probably play Rot Priest plus Inkmoth and start the card draw. You can see why I made this list, right? The removal, the meta's so removal heavy, and I've played against 3 decks now that are more combo oriented, and I still won against all of them. So just to show you that I think that it makes sense playing this. Ragavan. That does change things. I think that means that I'm actually going to play Rot Priest and not Inkmoth, because I suspect that my opponent will really want to push through with Ragaboy. So I think I'm actually just going to see them use a removal spell on Venerate Rot Priest first, and then I'm going to Snakeskin in response. If they attack with Ragavan, I will just block with the Rot Priests. Yeah, you can see them thinking. I love this. Yeah, I'm gonna block, man. You know what? I actually think I'm gonna Snakeskin. Because if they definitely get a poison. If they remove Rot Priest, sure, I get to draw a card. So it's fine by me. Yep, and they get another poison too. So I'm happy with this exchange, honestly. Spellskite, lovely, perfect. So, fine exchange by me. Ooh, there we go. It just shows you that how much people rely on Ragavan, dude. And I can see why, but this is why I made this build. It just says, yeah, man, sure, go ahead, whatever. I do not care. Fury, excellent. Yes, I will take that card. Thank you very much. Yes. Love it. I get to draw a card, and nah, I don't think I'm gonna let go of my spells just yet. And if they have another removal spell, I mean, sure. Probably both, and that doesn't kill Spellskite. You are seeing them tap the mountain. It's not gonna work, my friends. Not gonna work. Oh, they haven't played a land yet. That's interesting. Why would they? Okay, I'll take it. I'm just gonna start bringing in the beats. You can see why I was fine with that exchange, right? They took 2 poison counters, and I can start. I don't even need a pump spell anymore. They've thrown away all their cards, and I'm gonna. What their deck wants to do is kill all my creatures, and I'm gonna draw infinite cards. If they Fury now, I get to draw 3 cards. Still fine. Okay, nice. So let's draw 3 cards first, and then see what I want to do. They got rid of Blood Moon. I think that's a mistake. Or they have another one. That's scary. I'm actually unsure if I can redirect. Oh yeah, they forgot. They forgot. Let's see what we would have drawn. Beseshu, Snakeskin, and Botanical. Not excellent. But then for the turn, we would have drawn Shapers. Oh man, I love this build, dude. Play this. Trust me, even if you lose or whatever, it's so fun. You can see that I'm having a blast, dude. Okay, so let's bring in these. I think I just want to swarm the field with creatures. Spell Pierce. I'm just so afraid of Blood Moon, dude. I think I'm gonna do the same as last time. I'm gonna play him like this. Cut to Pierce. And maybe I should just cut 2 more mites. As we saw, I don't need pump spells to win this game. I need to just flood the board with threats, make him spend all their removal spells. Should I cut all might? I think I want some, because it combines well with Rot Priest. Maybe I should cut Spell Pierce. The only thing I really care about is Moon, which I can get rid of Force of Vigor. And yeah, I think I'm just going to cut Spell Pierce. Boom! Again, I don't think I want Endurances, but I will fetch a Forest whenever I can. It would be nice to win against this deck. Vengeance. And I don't think this list plays white, as I think that most lists don't. So yeah, let's do this. Yeah, I think this is a keep. I mean, I have Shapers, so I really want to draw a land so I can fetch up a forest, and then I think we are fine. Yield. Who cares about Fury? You think Fury is going to be good against my deck? Think again. Okay, so I have to play Shapers, unfortunately. So they do have white, so we have that prismatic ending, game over, but so be it. This is what I signed up for. I'm not mistaken, right? Usually, if I see Obosh, I always think that's a red-based deck. I mean, it's still red-based, but Rot Priest. I think I want to play Elf now first. I want to have Rot Priest. So they did miss a land drop, so I think if as soon as I draw land, I think we win. Because then I can play a threat, they bolt, I draw, a snakeskin. Good times, good times. Go ahead, boom, get rid of it. Kill Elf. Keep Shapers alive. Yeah, this is how important Shapers is. Oh, I love it. I can see them attacking first. They Fury Elf. And they pitch another Fury. I mean, I'm honestly okay with that. Wow, okay. So now I just need to draw land. I just need to draw land. I think we're good. Spellskite. That's very unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Although then again, honestly, oh wow, they just play Fury. I think they just play Fable. I think that is not what you wanted to do. I think they should have played Spellskite, because they played Spellskite and that's game for me. So I'm gonna play Rot Priest now. They have 1 card in hand, so I really want to get rid of Ruggerboy. And if I had drawn a land at any point, I think this would have been a slam dunk. Unfortunate. Well, nothing I can do about it. Get a treasure. I will block this one. And now I just need to kill this. Bury would be unfortunate. Okay. Yep, nothing I can do about it. Land. Okay. Get a forests. Because now I can actually get agent. They have to bounce it with Teferi. Okay. Moon. Nope. Okay. Land. I think I'm just gonna have to slam, you know. If I want to win this game, I need to get lucky. If I draw a land, I can still win, depending on what they've drawn. But missing the land drops was painful, and There comes a time when you just have to, yeah, as I said, get lucky. Solitude. Yep, that's game. Let's see what we've drawn. How many lands do we have left? Draw, draw. Nope, that wouldn't have gotten me there. On the draw, definitely going to swap around a bit because then I think spell pierces do get better. On the draw, I don't think I need these dismembers. I think 2 pierce is fine. Then maybe I should force a bigger. Swap it around for this. I already have 2 Besejus, so maybe I should just do them like this. Yeah, I think that's fine. Because this also stops Moon, so I think this is better on the play. Let's go! If I lose because of mana issues against the same deck twice, that would feel really bad. Especially after such a fun game in game 1. Yeah, that's a keep. It's not perfect or anything, but it does line up well with what my opponent usually wants to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start with Rod Priest because I'm afraid of Moon with his hand. I think that's the only thing that can really screw me over. So I want them to kill Rod Priest turn 1. I don't have anything to pair with it, so I'm fine with this. And they will definitely get rid of the Rod Priest. Burn did Mulligan to 6. Take 1 poison. It's done its job. Thanks for the service. Let's play Nexus and Agent. I'm just gonna play threat after threat after threat. That's what this hand wants to do. Ending, sure. So now I'm gonna play Elf and Noble and slam in. Or maybe I should play, I guess, Elf and Agents. Very afraid of Fury, but I mean, I don't have the capacity to play around it. If only I had Shapers, that would have been fine. Don't care about the Fairy at all, that's fine. That's not okay, but I mean, they only have 1 card left, and I can just kill Teferi with Inkmoth. It's something. I'm gonna have to kill Teferi, unfortunately. Well, I'm gonna have to try and kill Teferi. So you can see how what I'm doing right now is I'm playing the old school Infect game, and you can see that it just doesn't work. My new list is much better to deal with these matches because you draw so many cards. Well, they only have 2 cards left, so okay, they bounce. That means they probably have Blood Moon and GG. And I wasn't able to fetch it before, so yikes. Or maybe not. Okay, that's my forest. I will just attack. If they have double removal spell, yeah, okay. You got me. If not, then I want to get in the damages. I have so many good cards to draw too. Blood Moon would no longer be game over. Something. Timeless Dragon is okay. If they play it, it's fine. Because at least they tap out. Sacred Foundry, I saw that one. They revealed it. 2, 3, 4. Timeless Dragon, okay. I'm okay with that. Can't really attack, though. Let's get my forest, draw a card. Sanctuary, that's what I wanted to see. Blossoming Defense. Yeah, I think I'm just going to chill for a while. think I want to wait until I have a pump spell so I can attack, and then if they start... I have to get in a situation where they want to start killing my threats, and then I get to draw cards. I feel like that's a situation where I want to win. And if they attack with Dragon, sure. I'll take that. Because I can deal 5 Infect at any given time. Okay. They must have something. They are clearly pretty sure that they will not die here. Fury. Another Timeless Dragon. Okay, that's pretty good. So I think I need agents. Elf is fine. Elf is fine. Lighter agent would have been better though. Attack with both chicken. We may get to a point where I can attack with both, and the one that they don't block, pump it and win. And I'm pretty close. I just need one pump spell. There we go. So here's the thing. If they have double removal spell, I lose. Because if I would animate Nexus, slam in with both, they will probably block Nexus, and I have Elf, so I'm going to Vines Elf, double green. They would use a removal spell. I'm going to use Blossoming, and then if they have another removal spell, I lose. What are the odds of them having double removal spell? This is the question. The thing is, I'm afraid of dying because they have a 5/4, and this one becomes a 3/2 and another Goblin. So if they attack with everything, I can only block one of these. Then I only have Elf left, and if they put another blocker into the battlefield, I'm just dead. So I think I have to go for it now, honestly. Like, if they just flash in Solitude, end of turn, game, so... Yeah, okay. I think I just have to go for it now, and if they have double removal spell, sucks to be me. But, so be it. So, animate Nexus. Slam in. Show me the money. Hardcast Solitude would be really okay. Looks like that's what's going to happen. Or maybe not. Or maybe it is. Because in response I can Vines. There we go. First let's draw a card. Yes, please. Another Vines, that's really good. They are definitely going to have to block this one. Okay, so that one gets blocked. Let's see by what. I guess the dragon, and then that one. So I'm going to put a counter on this one. That's the most important one. So it stays alive. These trade. Well, not trade, but it's okay. And I still have vines left, so they can't really attack with that one anymore. So they need a 2/1, and I can manage through Solitude. I think a dragon, but they eternalize it. That's not good. Attack with both. That's interesting. Rot Priest. Okay, let's think. So I have to attack with Inkmoth. That is a guarantee. Damn, dude, these dragons. Okay. Block. Now I'm going to Blossoming. Probably should have played Rot Priest first. That's a mistake. I was just a bit afraid of them having a removal, and then I could have kicked Vines, but I probably wouldn't have kicked, so I think it was a small mistake by me. Should have played Rot Priest first. Okay, it's fine, we've got this. Because now I'm going to block Solitude with Noble. Teferi. Okay, so they are going to bounce one of these. I think what I have to do is I have to preemptively... They're probably going to bounce the Rot Priest, attack with everything, and we have to block the Solitude with Noble. If they have another removal spell, I'm dead regardless, so it doesn't matter. What I could do is I could, in response, Vines Venerated Rot Priest, so they can't bounce that one, and they can block Solitude to death. The thing is, I need Vines to win next turn, so I think my only way out here to win is, let us resolve. They bounce Noble. I don't draw. No, I do draw, but they don't take a poison counter. Irrelevant. Then I block Solitude with the Rot Priest. Next time I animate Nexus, Vines. But that means they don't die. I think not playing Rot Priest may end up for me to lose the game. That would suck. I think, regardless, I'm going to have to let this one resolve. If they bounce Rot Priest, that's really okay. They may do that because then Noble dies. Yeah. Okay. Then it doesn't matter, right? Because I could... Yeah, I was going to say I could Vines now, but no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Too many dragons. And I... So if I had Vines, the Rot Priest, I could have played around this, but as I said before, that wouldn't have led me to win the game, because then I would have needed to top deck another pump spell. I don't think that's the best thing to do. But I think this game here was lost because I played the general the normal Infect game, which is as we saw, not what you want to do. This is not why I made this build. I wish I would be able to see which cards I would have drawn. So I think here, if we had any of the new cards that I'm playing, the Shapers, any Shapers here would have been nuts. Really, really good. Yeah, this was an excellent league. I was able to show you why I think this build is very good. And the two games I lost, I felt they really could have gone either way. We did lose 1-2 every single time, and I felt like we had a shot at the game at any point. So this just as easily could have been a 5-0. But it's Magic, so it's always a bit of variance. Very happy here. So, finishing thoughts about the deck. Love this. Really like having the Shapers in the main. Don't think I'm going to put them in the sideboard anytime soon. I think this meta currently is very removal heavy, and in that meta, Shapers really shines. I can see myself maybe swapping around with the numbers a bit. I started with 2 scale up and 3 defense, but I really like having the scale up, and I think 3 really is the magic number in here. Rock Priest is great, so is Spellskite, and I was really happy to be able to show you the combo. If you have liked this, I should note that if you want to see more of this, subscribe, because my channel is not monetized. The more people actually follow my channel, the more I can make content for you guys and girls. So if you like this, click that subscribe button. It's free and it helps me out a ton. And my next video will be for Legacy, my new Legacy build. Apologies. And thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.